The exact details, of course, for this weekend's winter storm, they are still being ironed out, but it is expected to be a historic storm.
State officials are urging Tennessee residents to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
This is going to be a monster storm come through, and it's going to be one that's as bad as we've had in a long time.
You know you're going to be thrown into a crisis at some point. You just don't know when or what it's going to look like.
We got wind of it pretty quickly, and it was talked about a lot at work.
We knew what was coming for the most part. We didn't know how severe, but we knew something was coming.
We know that they're coming, whether it repeats itself. It's not a question of if, it's when.
Right now, more than 500,000 homes still have no power. The heavy ice snapping trees and power lines making it harder for utility workers restoring power.
This is game time for MTE. This is a time when our members need us the most and when we just step up the most.
These trees are just breaking out left and right. We had several close calls where treetops would bust out and almost even impact some of us on the ground.
This storm will be remembered as one of the most challenging the utility has faced.
This is one of the most impactful events that I've ever been a part of.
We are in the midst of a historic winter storm. Hundreds of thousands are still without power tonight.
The weather isn't warming up. It's going to stay cold. There could be even more storms coming. When the storm hits, you are the guys that run into danger.
We noticed at first there was a few people in a queue, and then that queue just exploded. We're like, okay, something has happened.
I mean, it was a list. It just took up the screen, and I was just scrolling, and all of a sudden I was like, what happened? I mean, within a 30-minute period, a couple hundred out to thousands and thousands out.
We hope to have a bunch of boots on the ground today. We are working 24-hour around the clock with crews.
They step outside and know that it's 10 degrees and how hazardous the conditions are. There's some situations where trees are surrounding them and they're hearing the popping and crackling of limbs and understanding that they are in harm's way.
Never seen any kind of destruction like this. Down here in the southern states, our infrastructure and even our environment around us isn't equipped to handle this type of weather.
They put themselves in harm's way in more ways than one, and they push themselves through these tough conditions to get the lights back on and serve the members.
They were coming to work every day, working, knowing that when they left work, they had no power.
We have to get dozers out there to pull us in, pull us out.
We set a record for one day for the number of calls. We had over 2,700 calls on that Sunday on the 25th. This was our time to shine because we knew that we had prepared for a time such as this.
Middle Tennessee Electric, and the utility reports tonight that they've repaired nearly all their outages, where they shared how they worked so quickly to get the lights back on.
Chris had said at one point, this is what we're built for. And this is when you come together and you see the best. You see the best of people.
By and large, we have a team of ideal team players. And I think they showed up in a dramatic way.
Honestly, I think we're at our best with these type of storms. Everybody is just trying to do whatever they can. It's not, my department's better than your department. It's how can we help get members' lights back on? There's always outtakes on a storm. I mean, that you have like a little debriefing and there's good things and bad things that you say, hey man, we could work on this. But this was over the top from the last storm.
I think the feeling that I get most is just grateful. Grateful that we have a strong group, a great group that's good at communicating, that was there to support in whatever we needed.
We really did see just an overwhelming kind of generosity from our members. Can we bring hot chocolate to the crews working on our street? Can we do anything for your offices? It's just a very good representation of Middle Tennessee at its best.
The kinds of thank yous that we've been getting through social media are just so gratifying.
And I think that when we got tired, you would read those messages and you would see how impactful what we were doing
was to these people.
I would get done with my 16-hour shift, and it would have a notification from Middle Tennessee Electric, and I'd watch what Chris was telling our members, and I was reading the comments. It felt good. It was a good motivator.
You don't want to see anybody without power, but it's like you're being called up to the plate in the last inning to hit the home run. I mean, you're coming in to give the big swing, and that's what we live for.
Good, resilient teams with strong cultures who are team players, they're going to find a way to, if you will, to win. When game time came for Team MTE, our team members stepped up and we won that game.